Coming up on Let's Get to the Points.
Now, before we get started tonight, you may be wondering why we all have our cameras covered and turned off. It's because it's our Halloween edition episode. 3, 2, 1, go.
And later.
In honor of Halloween, we're going to do something very different for this segment. We are going to play Which is Scarier?
So, what is scarier? Never being able to redeem points for hotels again, ever, or never being able to redeem points for flights ever again?
Now, let's get to the points. From Passion for Points, it's Serena. From Travel Sergeant, it's Miguel. From Nicole's Travel Tips, it's Nicole. And from Seat to a Suite, it's Mitch Shannon.
Hi there, and thank you for joining us on Let's Get to the Points audio and video podcast, where we bring you the very best in tips and tricks in the world of miles, points, and travel. I'm Mitch Shannon with the best Instagram and social media content creators in everything points, miles, and travel. Now, before we get started tonight, you may be wondering why we all have our cameras covered and turned off. Well, it's because it's our Halloween edition episode, and we haven't seen each other's costumes yet. So we're going to reveal everyone's costumes, and we're going to do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God.
Oh my, that unicorn
Mitch,
thing.
who is that?
Oh,
Who's Mitch?
I landed a plane on the Hudson in 2009, Captain Sully.
Oh my God.
So good. That is so good.
Oh my gosh, look at this. We got Luigi there. Oh my gosh, power up, power up.
Captain Sully, you look so good.
Gosh, oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know about the hair. I think I got more
Your
hair
hair
than he did.
grew a lot.
Yeah,
since that
that's some
incident on the
Miracle-Gro
Hudson
right
River.
there.
Can you wear this every episode?
Yes, can you please wear it every episode? I think that'd be so fun.
I think people will be scared if we wear this every episode. I don't know. So let's go around the room here. And Serena, you're a unicorn, right?
I'm a unicorn. I represent Unicorn Award availability. It's that availability that's so hard to find, that never materializes, only for solo travelers or people who are going to leave tomorrow. So that's like Qantas first class, right? That's business class in a family to go to Australia, or maybe hotels like Hilton Moorea or Andaz Maui.
Nice.
Unicorn availability. I love it. All right, Nicole, what's up? That's a lot of purple there, Nicole.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the flight theme that Serena have, and I'm like a hodgepodge of awards. You know, like you paste it together. Spirit flight over here, first class over here. Whatever you can do to make it work, that's what we're representing.
And then Miguel, Luigi, right? Where's Mario?
So I didn't even think about doing like a theme for the show. I was just like, this is what I'm going to wear next week. So this is the first time I'm trying it on, though. That's why my mustache fell off.
Oh, you don't need a mustache. Perfect.
Yeah, where is your mustache? Show us.
Fell.
Oh, there
yes.
you go. Yeah.
It was on in the beginning, but then it fell because this is the first time I try it on.
Oh, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and around the room. First up, it's our unicorn availability from Passion for Points. It's Serena.
Hi, everyone.
With my favorite Italian food from the Travel Sergeant, it's Miguel. And from Spirit Airlines with the big purple hair.
And Etihad first class.
Wow, versatile. Yeah. Go both ways. Love it. It's Nicole from Nicole's Travel Tips.
Hi, everyone.
Please make sure you subscribe now to our YouTube channel wherever you watch or listen, and hit the like and subscribe button now. The video and audio versions are also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify at Let's Get to the Points. Also, we love connecting and chatting with you, so feel free to drop us a DM on any one of our social media channels. Now let's do it. It's time for our Halloween edition of Let's Get to the Points. Okay, first, and I gotta say, I'm loving everyone's costumes. They're great. I'm struggling a little bit with my mustache. It's making me lisp a little bit as I talk, so...
Keep it on as long as you can.
So, loving everyone's costume tonight. It's great, and we're gonna get started tonight with our partner spotlight, and we're back with CardPointers and their wonderful app, and I'm pleased to say I'm now all caught up on my American Express offers. I've got 280 of them all loaded onto my American Express. And Nicole, you love the app for CardPointers as well, right?
Yeah, I love the speed at which it adds all of those offers onto my card. Last week, we had to do some work in our backyard, and that Lowe's offer came in handy because we had to gather a lot of stuff. So I could use the offer on multiple cards. So they had a member week award that was $50 off $200. And because of CardPointers, we were able to maximize and got a couple of stuff for our backyard and got $50 off each one of our cards. I love the feature that you can put the offers on more than one card. We have an unbeatable offer with CardPointers. You have two ways to subscribe. You can subscribe with the annual. You can get, instead of $50 a year, it'll be $32 a year. The better deal is to sign up for the lifetime membership, which is $150 usually, but with our link, you can get it for $99. That will pay for itself in a few offers used from American Express, so I definitely think that's worth it. You definitely want to sign up for CardPointers sooner than later because we're not sure when this deal is going to expire, but I'm thinking it's pretty soon.
Yeah, if you want to save some money, you might want to hurry because we've heard that they might be increasing the price. So I would get this sooner than later so you can lock in that current price and that deal that we have so you can save some money.
I love it.
So check the show notes below so you can use our link to earn some savings. And Serena's going to tell us how to earn points, right?
Yes, we're seeing some special offer right now for the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. And this card has no annual fee, so it's something that you might want to take a closer look at. This is an unusual offer because there is no sign-up bonus, but instead, Chase is going to match your points earned for all purchases made in the first year. So you're essentially getting double the points of what you would usually get for an entire year. Normally, this card gives 3x on dining and drugstores and 1.5x on everything else. With this new offer, you'll be getting 6x on dining and drugstores and 3x on everything else. And the best part is it's unlimited, so there is no cap. I think these category multipliers are pretty good for a no annual fee card. But you'll need to be aware you will not get the matched points until after your first year of holding the card. So you're going to have to wait. Also, know that the offer on this card notes cashback, but the rewards are actually given to you in the form of Chase Ultimate Rewards points. So it's a good idea to have also the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or the Ink Business Preferred card so you can transfer those points you get from the Freedom Unlimited to many partners like Hyatt, United, and Southwest, and many others. It's important to note that there are actually two different versions of this welcome offer for the Freedom Unlimited card. There's the affiliate offer, which is the one I just mentioned with the double points during the first year. Then there's the public offer, and that one gives 20,000 bonus points after spending $500 in 3 months. You'll also get 5 times the points on groceries and gas, up to $12,000 in the first year. So 2 versions of the same card, and you'll want to evaluate your spending habits to see which offer is better for you. So if you spend a lot of money on dining and drugstores and other miscellaneous categories, you'll want to get the matched points offer, and we have that offer on our website at letsgettothepoints.com. But if you spend a lot of money on groceries and gas, you'll want to get the 5x public offer, which you can get through a referral. For my situation, I'm going to have my mom apply for the matched points offer because my parents actually end up spending more on dining than they do on groceries. And when I did the math to see which offer would be better for them, the matched points offer resulted in more points, even after taking into consideration the 20,000 bonus on the public offer. And just know that with these cards, there is a foreign transaction fee. So if you are traveling internationally or paying for something online in a foreign currency, be sure to not use this card and use a different card that doesn't have a foreign transaction fee. So take a look at this card on our website, do the math, run the numbers, and figure out which one is better for you. And then zing, you get more points.
Oh, the power of the Halloween costumes and the power of points. It's all coming together. I love it.
So take a look at these cards and earn some more Chase points for yourself. And one of the great things about Chase points is you can transfer them to Hyatt. And even with Hyatt, there can be unicorn award availability. And Captain Sully is going to tell us more about that.
I feel like I need some of your special power. I need some more points or something. Can you zap me some points there? That'd be great. I love it. Tonight, I kind of wanted to talk about something that went around the web a couple weeks ago. In this game of points, miles, and credit cards, there's quite a few blogs that's all around the internet. One of my favorite ones that I happen to love very much, it's Gary Leff, and he's from The View from the Wing. And a couple of weeks ago, he wrote an article about how two Hyatt properties who've been known for making it very difficult to find award availability are now all of a sudden making award availability again. So now, just a bit of the backstory on Gary. He writes some really good articles about the airline business in general. I think that's why I like him so much and I like his blog. Another thing he writes about, he covers in detail about how the Marriotts that do not honor the elite benefits and even calls them out, like the ones that try to skimp on the breakfast benefits for everyone. So I really appreciate him doing that. He's also covered the Hertz rental car, where people were getting arrested for stolen rental cars when in fact they had returned them as well. So I really enjoy reading his stuff on his blog. Anyway, this week he posted this article about the Park Hyatt down in North San Diego and the Hyatt Centric in Honolulu. Now, those of us in the game, we know those two properties specifically that they've been hiding room award availability for quite a while now. In fact, last year we went to Honolulu and I spent hours trying to find some award space at the Hyatt Centric there, and I couldn't find anything. Basically, between these two properties, it was almost impossible to find award space, and that is until now. If you want the full story, I'm going to link his article in our show notes, but it seems that someone called out the properties for not selling the ADA compliant rooms online on the website. Now, this is interesting because the ADA compliant rooms, they're considered standard rooms, which then should have been available for award nights as well. So they were basically withholding disability accommodations from their website and making the guests need to call in and book it instead of online. I think, yeah, that's a huge problem. So I then went and I did a little award search, and for these two properties, when you guys believe it, all of a sudden there's award nights there. I don't know who's more wrong about this, trying to skirt around making award night availability or withholding the ADA rooms from being available to book on a website for those customers that really need it and really need those rooms. So, I'm sure they were breaking some type of law here somewhere, but I guess in the end, I guess it's good that there's award availability at those two properties again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what benefit any hotel would get by withholding any rooms. Ultimately, they're going to get paid unless it's a super popular hotel where they're always selling out, but I don't get what the deal with that was.
I don't either, and I've seen this a lot at the Hyatt Centric in Honolulu as well. And I mean, you even go and search for one night, you can't find anything in the entire award year. And it's because they changed the categories of the room, right? So they wouldn't fall in that award space availability. But I don't know if this is good or bad, but at least there's award availability there now at these two properties.
And that's just until they find another loophole to withhold some of these elite status benefits. But something I want to talk about was how you can match some of this hotel, airline, or even cruise line elite status into Frontier elite status. So right now you can match 45 different loyalty programs. There's 15 airlines, 15 hotels, and 15 cruise lines into Frontier elite status. Now, I know this is Halloween and Frontier has scary fees like seat selection fees and baggage fees, check bag fees, all kinds of fees. But when you have elite status with Frontier, which is something you don't really, hear about, they waive a lot of those fees when you have elite status. So they currently have a status match promotion to where you can match the status, and it's not free to do this. There is an application fee. It's either $100 or $150 depending on what status you're matching into. So I had American Airlines Platinum Pro status, which I actually got through that instant status match a few weeks ago, and I was able to match that into Frontier 100K status, which is their top tier status. I had to pay $150 for this, but with a few flights, especially if I go with my family, I'll be able to get that money back because I'm going to save on all those baggage fees and seat selection fees. You can match into either 50K or 100K status. Now, the 50K status is going to give you waived baggage fees for carry-ons, not checked bags, and free seat selection, but that is for you only. But the 100K, which is the one I matched into, you're going to be able to get waived baggage fees for carry-ons, checked baggage, and seat selection fees for you and a total of 8 people that are your companions on the same itinerary. So the status is actually good until the rest of this year and all of next year. So even though I don't really have anything planned with Frontier for the rest of this year, I'm planning on making a lot more trips to like Vegas or something, because I've been looking up the flights, and sometimes there's like $40 round trip flights to Vegas from here from El Paso. So I think I'm gonna take a lot more weekend trips to Vegas.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So one of my major regrets with Spirit, major regrets. It's not what you think it is. I love Spirit. They also had a status match, and I was very sedity, and I'm like, I'm not flying Spirit. I have points now. And I did not status match. And then I had 3 Spirit flights after that. Oh, no. And that would have definitely paid for the status match. I'm talking just being able to have a carry-on or even get the big front seat. Within 2 trips, it pays for itself.
Yeah, you won't need to carry your big backpack and try to sneak by the check-in lady.
I won't have to give anyone a concussion. I'm hoping they bring it back. There was a wait list that you could sign up for if you wanted to status match. So as soon as it opens, I'll be the first on the list. So congratulations, Miguel. Enjoy your status match.
As long as the flights don't get canceled, because there's nothing to protect you from that.
That's why you have to use your Chase card, and you can use the benefits on those. Right, Unicorn?
That's right.
It is Southwest Companion Pass season. For those of you that are not sure what that means, Southwest has one of the best deals in the travel business. They have what is known as a companion pass. That means that you get to travel with someone of your choosing for almost free. Once you buy your ticket and you add them as your companion, they only have to pay the taxes and fees to travel. Now, there's a little more detail to the companion pass. For Southwest, you have to earn 135,000 points in order to earn the companion pass. And the timing of this is a little weird and strategic. You have to earn those 135,000 points at the beginning of the year to be able to maximize your companion pass. So your companion pass starts as soon as you meet the threshold for that year, and it continues for 1 more year after that. So it's in your best interest to earn it in January so you can have that year plus the additional year following that. The best way to earn companion pass is through their variety of credit cards and their sign-up bonuses. Those do count towards a companion pass. So we have had companion pass this year. My daughter is my companion and my son is my husband's companion. And so when we fly, they only have to pay the taxes and fees, even if it's for a points flight or a cash flight. Now, in the past, you didn't have the option to choose a combination of points and cash. And now Southwest is coming out with a new promotion. Starting next year, you're going to be able to combine your points and cash to purchase a ticket. Now, the only downside is these flights with a combination of points and cash do not count towards A-list or A-list preferred. So just be very careful when you're booking this and make sure to find the details. But if status with Southwest is not in the game for you, this might be a great opportunity for you to be able to use less points, more cash, or more cash and less points. What do you guys think about the Southwest Companion Pass?
I've had it before in the past, and I think it's great for families. If you're going to be flying Southwest, I am not flying Southwest with my family this year, so I did not go for the Companion Pass at the end of last year. Families should probably evaluate whether or not they would use it a lot before they decide to go for it. And also another caveat is a lot of people make this one mistake when trying to go for Companion Pass. A lot of times they end up earning their companion pass at the end of the year instead of the beginning of the next year. So you have to be very careful about when that bonus hits your account. You want it to hit at the beginning of next year so that you'll have it for 2 years.
Yeah, when I was earning this, I was very, very cautious. I left a gap of almost $500 between December and January so that we can earn it in January rather than in December. I was very, very nervous about this. Some people had posted that they were a few $100s short of the bonus, and Chase went ahead and posted their bonus in December instead of January. I would leave a bigger gap than you think when earning this bonus in December. Even if you earn the pass in February or March, I think that's even better than making the mistake and earn it in December. And I do like what you said about evaluating whether it is you're going to use it or not. And I thought I was going to use the companion pass all the time. We do have 2 airports that fly Southwest here, and so far we've only used it twice. So now I'm trying to scramble to see if I can maximize the use of the companion pass, just, throw in a trip here or there. And you have to evaluate if it's worth it or it's just a sunken cost. You win some, you lose some in this points game, so it really just depends. Definitely put pen to paper and see if this is the best deal for you.
Nicole, all those low-cost Spirit airfares are just too tempting, huh?
100%.
Yeah, that's true. Like with my Frontier status match that I just did, I'm hoping to use it next year, but I mean, it could be that I end up just wasting this money. So because I did something similar with IHG last year. Last year, they were doing a leak of a promotion to where you got IHG Diamond. After you signed up for that, if you pay $200 for their ambassador status, they would extend that. So I did that, and I've stayed at an IHG like 2 or 3 times this year, and I've gotten the free breakfast, but I paid $200 for that status. I was hoping to use a free ambassador night, which means when you have this ambassador status that you pay $200 for, you can kind of do a buy one get one free at intercontinental hotels. And if the room goes for more than $200 a night, then you're kind of having a net gain. But I haven't been able to use it, so I'm kind of like, did I lose $200? Just evaluate the likelihood of you actually using these promotions before you just sign up for everything.
I did that same promotion and I still haven't found a use for that buy one get one free at Intercontinental yet. And mine's about to expire. So you win some and you definitely lose some.
May the unicorn be ever in your favor.
I volunteer solely as tribute to wrap this up.
I'll bring it in for a nice smooth landing. How about that?
There you go.
Yes.
Nice.
Over the
All
water.
right, thanks, Nicole. All right, thanks, everyone. It's now time to move on to our weekly recap.
Hello, Miss Unicorn Award availability here. In honor of Halloween, we're going to do something very different for this segment. We are going to play Which is Scarier. Before we get started, we want your participation as well. So as we're asking the questions as we go along, please give us your answers in the comments below. And here's an example. Captain Sully, this is for you.
Okay.
Which is scarier, sitting in coach or playing with a monkey in Costa Rica? Now, backstory, we know already that Mitch hates monkeys, okay? But which is scarier?
I got a follow-up. Where's the seat in coach? Is it in the middle or is it an aisle or a window?
It's the worst seat. In the middle,
gosh.
in the
By
back.
the lav.
By the lav.
Oh, dear. Give me the monkeys.
Okay, so that's an example. We're going to go around and each of us is going to ask which is scarier. So, Nicole, you go first.
All right. Which is scarier? Sitting next to a crying baby on a 9-hour flight or sitting next to someone with no shoes on?
Do the feet smell?
Yes, they smell.
I'll take the baby. I could use noise canceling headphones and ignore them. I ignore my kids anyway, so I'm sure I could ignore other people's
Wait,
kids.
but the question is which is scarier? Are the feet scarier or is the baby scarier?
I think the feet are scarier because that smell, there's no hiding from that, I guess. And you can ignore the kid.
Oh, I would say what's scarier for me is probably the baby crying. Oh, the noise. I'm not good with noises. So I think that's what I would get really scared about. How about you, Serena?
So I actually don't mind babies crying. I'm a mom, I have sympathy for the parents and I have sympathy for the baby. So if you're a parent out there and you got crying babies on a plane, it's okay. It's natural. I think the feet are scarier. So I don't want to deal with the feet. How about you, Nicole?
Yeah, I mean, the pata sucia is...
What's that?
Well, it's the feet. That's what it is. While I agree with you, as a mom, I feel like you could help another parent with a crying baby, calm them down. But to sit next to an adult who chooses to put their crust out to the public...
Oh, it's a crusty feet.
It's a non-negotiable for me. Give me the baby.
Okay, guys, I'll go next. So I want to paint the picture for you. It's Sunday night. It's in the winter. It's dark. It's cold. It's kind of scary, a little frightful. And you're sitting there and it's about 9, 10 o'clock at night and you're winding down. You're getting ready to start your work week on Monday and you're kind of checking your points and miles balances, seeing what you got. And you open a couple up and you open up your Delta Sky Miles account and you see 50,000 Delta Sky Miles. Then you open up your Marriott account and then you see 50,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. Which is more scarier to you? 50,000 Delta points or 50,000 Marriott points?
I'll go first. I think 50,000 Marriott points is scarier. I'm going to New Zealand round trip on 45,000 Delta points. So give me those.
Yeah.
What can you do with 50,000 Bonvoy points?
Bid on some auction.
Yeah, there might be a Marriott moment. Okay, scarier for me is the Delta Sky Pesos. I am a new Marriott fan. You know, I'm trying to accumulate more Marriott points so I can go back to St. Regis Bora Bora. So I will take the Marriott points. The Delta Sky Pesos are scary.
Yeah, I think the Delta Sky Miles are scarier because I would need a lot more than 50,000 to really do anything. And Marriott, I'm already collecting them, so it's just like a nice little add-on. So
Yeah, I came up with this question and I don't even know what to say because they're both scary to me. Yeah, I mean, I loved your point there about the Marriott moments. That was a great one. You know, maybe I could do something with the Marriott moments, but 50,000 Delta Sky Miles, I don't know. That is just a scary thought and a scary question, if you ask me. Okay, Miguel, we're now ready for your scary, spooky question.
So what is scarier? Never being able to redeem points for hotels again, ever, or never being able to redeem points for flights ever again?
Oh,
That's good.
that is.
I'm going to need a minute for this.
I can answer that right now. I got to book flights. There is no way around that. I will stay, you know, some middle of the road hotel if I got to pay cash. I'd be okay with that, but there's no way. Flights are my priority. Oh, I'm getting the chills thinking about that. Not being able to.
Scary.
That is scary. That really is scary.
Good one.
What do you say, Nicole?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you've seen my hotels in Costa Rica. We can sleep almost anywhere, but you're right. You have to get there to be able to sleep there. So not being able to redeem points for flights is more scary. How about you, Serena?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think I will favor having the ability to book award flights versus booking a room because yes, you do have to get there and I'd rather get there in style, especially if it's over 10 hours. You don't have to spend a lot of time in the hotel room. You're exploring anyway. So how about you, Miguel?
I guess we all agree. I mean, I've stayed in hostels before. I've never couch surfed. I'm open to that if I get there in first class.
Okay, Serena, we're now ready. What's your scary question?
Okay, I have two. Can we do two?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the first one. Which is scarier, sitting in coach for 15 hours or your business class flight being delayed for 15 hours and you have to stay in the airport the whole time?
You people are evil. Like, there's a special place for you guys.
I'll take the delay because, you know, hopefully I book with a card that has travel delay protection and I'll just get a hotel if it's overnight and go the next day and, you know, get all my costs reimbursed.
She says you have to stay,
You have to stay in the
hotel
airport.
for 15
You have to
hours.
stay
You have to stay in the airport 15 hours.
I think sitting in coach for that long is scarier. I'd rather stay in the airport, even if there is no lounge. Like, I'll just walk around or something, but I'm not sitting for 15 hours in the same spot. How long is your flight, Nicole, to New Zealand?
Right. So I have sat in the airport for about 13 hours. And that was before I knew about card protection. I got nada, but just frustration and stress. And we have a 13-hour coach flight coming up soon.
Oh my gosh, this is real life for you, Nicole.
Yeah, this is traumatic.
You've lived this. You're living it.
You know what? I'm going to go with the business class one. At least after 15 hours? At least after 15 hours in the airport, I can relax with some champagne, maybe some caviar. I can take my shoes off and no one will ever know. How about you, Mitch?
Okay, this goes beyond scary for me. This is what my nightmares are made of. Setting in coach for 15 hours? Is this even a legit question that you're coming up with? You're talking to Captain Sully here. There is no way I'm going to sit in coach for 15 hours. That is just not going to happen. Serena? I want to see where your threshold falls on this.
I agree. I would not want to sit in coach for 15 hours either. That is very scary for me. From San Francisco to London, that's like 10, 11 hours, and that's pushing it for me. I've done it before and it's pushing it. So 15, I would not do well. So I agree. Okay, another bonus one. You want another one?
Please, yes.
Okay. Which is scarier? A free breakfast with no hot items included or a small room with a view of the dumpster?
Wow, someone took this game seriously. I love it.
I say the small room is scarier. Just because sometimes I skip breakfast anyway, so I'm not. But yeah,
okay.
I need a view. I can't feel like I'm in prison.
100% agree with Miguel. That room, that's going to scare me. I skip breakfast too. So yeah, that room scaring the crap out of me.
I need the hot breakfast. After that run in the morning, I'm coming right to the breakfast station to get my eggs, bacon, and pancake. I don't need the view. I can watch YouTube.
You know, it's been about what, 22, 23 weeks now. Nicole, I feel like you have a threshold like that's way high.
Very high.
A very high
Marathon
threshold.
runner.
Yeah.
A marathon. Talk about 15 hours in coach. How about 26 miles of running?
I am envious of your threshold there, Nicole. I really am.
Me too. But Nicole, I agree with you on this one. I need a hot breakfast as well. When I was at Conrad Bora Bora, Diamonds do not get hot breakfast anymore. They only get the cold items. I was pissed. I was so pissed off. You have to pay extra for the hot items. It's very scary for me if I can't have something hot in the morning to eat. Check us out on our Instagram stories because we'll be asking the same questions. We'll have a poll so you can answer these questions as well. So now we're moving on to Nicole's wins and losses. Nicole, what wins and losses do you have to share with us?
All right. So here are our wins and losses for this week. Our favorite subscriber, Choose to Explore, had his China trip canceled. But
Oh no.
because of the beauty of points and miles, he's able to book another trip and he's heading to Japan.
Yay!
Oh.
That's so fun.
All right, another favorite of ours, N Woods, was able to get that Staples deal where she got $200 gift cards with no activation fees.
Nice. Way to go.
I'm guessing she finally got that Ink business card then because she's racking up those points.
Yep.
It's a good way to do it.
Eric Pan 95 says he also started buying e-gift cards on the United Travel Portal, and that gives him a lot of extra points.
Oh, great
nice.
tip, Eric.
And Jess Chan 01 said she got approved for the Amex card with 125,000 points for a sign-up bonus.
Oh,
Yay, Jess. Good job.
Congratulations.
It's a good bonus.
All right, keep sending us your wins and losses. We love sharing them on the show.
It's hard to take you so seriously with that purple hair, Nicole.
It
love
is. It really is.
All right, it's now time to move on to Ask Us.
Hello. Let's get to the point, team. First, I have to say thanks for creating a show where we can hear all of the different viewpoints and travel style made possible by using points and mile. My question for you guys is the opposite of live travel flexibility. So how would you use Amex point to travel one way, Los Angeles to Melbourne, Australia on December 26th. Hope you can help and looking forward to hear your next show. Thanks.
Okay, everyone, Jenny loves our show, and we love you so much, Jenny. So thanks for sending us the video question. And she's being very specific about Melbourne, and she needs our help to get there. And Serena, I think this has Seats.aero, one of our partners, written all over it.
Yes, this is a great opportunity to show you a Seats.aero demo for the specific example to see how you would go about looking for award availability for this flight. Okay, Jenny, so we know you're using Amex points, and Amex has lots of transfer partners. Amex transfers to Air Canada Aeroplan, Avianca Life Miles, Singapore, ANA, British Airways, Cathay Pacific, Qantas, and many others. So you'll go on Seats.aero. You can go to search. For origin airport, we'll put LAX. For destination airport, we'll put Melbourne. Departure date, we'll select 12/26, and we'll also add plus or minus 1 day for a little bit of flexibility. Under Pro, we'll select only direct flights. And then with these results here, I'll then sort by business class first. And as you can see, there's nothing available. And then I'll search by premium economy. Again, nothing available, but that's okay. So now we're left with our economy options, and you can sort by all these economy flights. Under the program column, you can see which mileage program to use to book any of these flights. So we know that American Airlines is not a transfer partner of Amex, but here we have Qantas. Qantas is a transfer partner with Amex. Amex points transfer to Qantas 1-to-1, and the transfer has reportedly been instant. It looks like here that it will cost 42,000 Qantas points and $83 to book this economy one-way flight. And then the info button here will show more details. Seats.aero will even tell you that the flight will be cheaper if you can book with American Airline miles. And then another thing I notice here is you see there are United nonstop flights available too. Sometimes when you see United flights, you might be able to book those award flights using Avianca Life Miles. And Amex also transfers to Life Miles. But a word of caution, the Life Miles website can be difficult to use, and we've talked on this show before about using Life Miles. Specifically, Mitch has had issues with their customer service in the past. Now, if you want to book this United flight using Life Miles, it would be 40,000 Life Miles and $40 in taxes and fees. So a little bit cheaper than the Qantas option. So with these two nonstop options you have, if you have the choice between a US carrier and a foreign carrier, most of the time the foreign airline might provide the better overall experience. So I would go with the Qantas booking. Also, since you booked your flight with Qantas miles directly with Qantas, if there are any irregular operations like a significant delay or your flight is canceled, it's much easier to work with Qantas to resolve that issue as opposed to using the Avianca Life Miles to book that United flight. So Jenny, this is a great example for how we would use Seats.aero. Have a great time in Australia. No matter how you get there, I know it's going to be a wonderful time for you. Please send us photos when you get back.
Hi, Jenny. Congrats on wanting to go to Australia. And I'm so glad that you have Amex points. I'm not sure what Amex credit card you have. Some Amex cards have the benefit of booking with points and getting a 35% rebate. So you may want to consider probably booking through the portal if that's better than transferring your points. Now, I have a second option for you, Jenny. This is Nicole, Spirit Nicole talking. If you have an opportunity to get closer, maybe if you could get to Hawaii on a cheaper flight, you can check out Jetstar. They're a low-cost carrier for Australia, and you might be able to find some points there. Now, here is an unconventional way to use your points. Depending on how much it might cost, maybe you could cash out some of your points and use that to pay for a Jetstar flight. I'm not saying this is the best option, but I just wanted to give you a few options to think about. What do you think, Miguel?
So when you don't have flexibility, that's when I like to use Point.me, because you put the exact date, the exact airport you're flying out of and flying into. It's going to give you a lot of options. It's going to search to, I think, like 33 different programs, and it's going to give you all the different options of how you can book. The other thing I like about Point.me is it kind of gives you like a little tutorial, a little video explanation of how you could book this. And it's going to tell you what's available, whether it's economy or premium economy or business or first. And if you don't have flexibility, that's what I would use, Point.me. I think they're doing like 3 free searches right now, or some people use the Built app. Even if you don't have the Built credit card, you can use the Built app that has the Point.me feature built in.
That's a great suggestion, Miguel. Yeah, hi, Jenny. Now that you have some wonderful advice about how to look for all that award space, I'm going to share with you a few recommendations of what to do in Melbourne, since we go there every January as well. First, as you know, this is the summertime there, so it's going to be great weather. We love to go and see tennis. I'm sure everyone's tired of hearing about me talking about going to Melbourne to go watch tennis, but it's our thing and we love it, right? So I'm excited for you that you want to go to Melbourne because it's a great city. So there are a couple of hotels that I have recommendations for you. First up, the Grand Hyatt Melbourne. It's in a great location. It's walking distance to everything around that you need, and it's in the perfect area. Now, what's also great about it too is it's a category 4 with Hyatt. So if you got one of those free night certificates, you can use it there to get a free night, and that's a really good deal. There's also a Park Hyatt there, and I'm just gonna say it, it's an okay Park Hyatt. We've stayed there. I'm not sure it's really worth the points or cash for the splurge. However, Mr. Walker, the house dog there, he's always a welcome sight to see, and he's always very friendly, and he never gives you a rough time.
Did you just come up with that, Sully?
I did, yeah. There are some great Marriott properties that we've stayed there as well. The Marriott is in a good location as well. Now, the points rates, they're not horrible. The Westin is another one. It can be a little expensive, so you might need to shop around to find a good Marriott property, but they got a bunch there as well. Finally, if you have some time and a free day, I highly recommend you make the trip to go see the 12 Apostles along the south coastline of Victoria. We did that a couple of years ago. We took Port's brother and his mother, and it was just an incredible ride and a beautiful set. setting. It was a long ride, so you're going to make sure you plan the full day for that, but definitely a trip and something that you got to do if you're on your way to Melbourne and going down to Australia. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Jenny, for sending us your video question. And it's so easy for you to be on our show. Simply drop us a line on any one of our social media channels or visit our website at letsgettothepoints.com and click on Ask Us, and we'll answer your question right here. Our spooky Halloween show is almost over, but before we go, we've got more scary questions from you from our Instagram and social media channels. So if you're watching on YouTube and Spotify, look for the questions on the screen as we share our best short, scary, quick responses. Rivera Rocio asks, how do you, specifically Miguel, manage to accumulate so many Marriott points? Question for you, Miguel.
Yeah, so I've got the personal card, the business card. My wife has both of them, and then I transferred her points to my account so we can book things, and then I maxed out a lot of those referrals. How about you, Nicole?
Well, I have no Marriott points. Zero. Zilch. Nada. So I'm doing a great job at accumulating them. How about you, Serena?
So I haven't accumulated many Marriott points in the past, but I'm going to start because after I went to St. Regis Bora Bora, I want to go back. So I'm going to start accumulating some Marriott points. Aside from the credit card bonuses, another thing you can look out for is transfer bonuses. Chase has done transfer bonuses to Marriott up to 50%, and Amex has had transfer bonuses between 20 and 40% in the past. So take a look at those. A lot of people will say don't transfer your Chase and Amex points to Marriott, but they're your points. You can redeem them however you want. How about you, Mitch?
I would say Marriott usually has some type of promotions going on every now and then. Their current promotion that I was targeted for has you earning 1,500 points for each stay, and then you can get 3,000 points for every 3 brands that you stay. So I've got a couple of Marriott stays where I'm coming up. I'm going to be staying close to the airport. So by staying there, I'm going to be hitting those bonuses myself. That's one tip for you. Look for those promotions that they have as well. All right. Seth from Instagram sent us a DM and asked, help, what should I get at Dell with my Amex Business Platinum credits? Miguel, what suggestions you got?
So I like to get like Bluetooth speakers because like there could never be enough of those. I've given some of those away as gifts. So Bluetooth speakers are pretty good. What about you, Nicole?
I love that idea of gathering them and giving them as gifts. I like the noise canceling headphones. The Bluetooth noise canceling headphones are a must on a 13-hour coach flight. I will definitely use my credit for those. How about you, Serena?
So I've gotten a lot of different things at Dell. It's not just computer equipment. So I've gotten Echo Dots for my kids and they love them. I've gotten soundbar for our TV. They have Amazon Fire Sticks, the Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds are really nice to get. And then they also have the giant Pac-Man arcade game, which is so tempting, but I don't need more junk in my house. So a tip about Dell is you can split payments. So if you have multiple business platinum cards, you can actually split your payment between 2 or 3 different cards if you wish. How about you, Mitch?
I'm always looking for storage. And I'm not talking about like closet storage. I usually get some of their flash drives on there. Of course, their prices, they are super high for that stuff. So I always try to price match to Amazon or some other retailer. I don't think you can ever go wrong with enough electronic storage for your computers and all your files. All right, final question tonight comes from John over email, and he asks, I've got a big bill coming due for my property tax. If you decided to pay with a credit card, which one would you use? Miguel.
I'd say whichever one I was working on. And if I wasn't working on one, this is a perfect time to get a new card because you have a big spend coming up that you know you can meet the requirements. So I'd just get a new card. What about you, Nicole?
I agree. It's either, like Serena always says, always working on a minimum spend. So definitely think about getting a new card. I like with the Amex business card that you can get a virtual number right away so that you can start spending as soon as your application is approved. How about you, Serena?
I'm in the same situation. Property taxes, that bill is scary. It's so scary. And so I do take the opportunity to make it less scary and more rewarding by earning some points by using a credit card on those property taxes. So what I did is right now there is a bonus for the American Express Business Platinum card. If you can find it online, it's 170,000 bonus. Some people have to look incognito, look at different browsers, use a VPN. I found it, so I applied for that card so I could use it for property taxes. How about you, Mitch?
Perfect timing, John. Exactly spot on too, Serena. There's a targeted offer. It's going around right now for the Blue Business Plus card from Amex, and it's offering 75,000 membership reward points for $15,000 in spend. Now, I just got this. So the good part about this is you got an entire year to hit that $15,000 in spending. So kind of maybe see if you can look around, see if you were targeted, or maybe, your P2, they could have been as well. And if your property tax bills like ours, then this will really help with that minimum spending requirement that you got up. So maybe check around to see if you're targeted or someone you know has it. And there's no annual fee as well on that card too. So that's pretty good. All right, please keep these Instagram and social media questions coming. We love answering them here on our show. It is so much fun.
So please subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Send us a DM and let us know what you thought, and comment below and tell us what you thought about this show. Also, please write us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We would love to read it. Thank you so much.
All right, that's it for now. I want to thank all of our hosts. With the magical unicorn availability from Passion for Points, it's Serena.
Bing! Here's hoping all your unicorn award dreams come true. Bye!
Oh, making me hungry for Italian. It's Miguel from the Travel Sergeant. And the versatility of this one, she can go from Etihad to Spirit. It's Nicole from Nicole's Travel Tips.
Hi, guys. See you next week.
And I'm Mitch Shannon from Seats.aero Suite. You can find out more about us at our website, letsgettothepoints.com. And we'll see you all here next Friday. Thanks for watching and listening, and thanks for joining us on this special Halloween episode.
Let's get to the points.com.